Hi, I'm Dan Cheadle, and you found your way to my real estate or my consulting site. That's wonderful. I'm glad you're here. If you're looking to reach out and you're thinking possibly of looking for a business partner or a business consultant, somebody that can kind of walk along the side of you. I mean, you might be starting a new business. You might already be in an existing and established business, might have a family type business situation, and you're looking for somebody outside to come in and maybe contribute with some really good advice, either to help scale your business or help grow your business, or maybe even we want to maintain our business, but we're looking for some different ideas or inputs or whatever. There's a couple different ways that you can go. Number one is somebody like myself that's an independent business consultant that we are well versed in the business industry because of our background, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. The other option is to go to a little bit more of a franchise type consultant. I don't recommend that necessarily very often. I'll tell you why is because these franchise organizations that put together franchise consultants or business consultants, they teach their franchisees who are buying into these franchises that they can make a lot of money being a business consultant. And if that's number one, not true, and they pay a lot of money for these franchises, and they fit you as a client into that what we call template. And so if you're a restaurant, here's what I'm going to be teaching you to do if you're a restaurant. If you're a marketing agency and so on. If you're a service industry, home builder, roofing company, here's what you're going to do. I have a tendency to be a little bit more interested in working with you on different levels of being connected to the community, lead generation, being a little bit more customized to what your needs are, and then using my background and experience to help you in that. And so it's just a little bit more customizable versus falling into a template. So I want to kind of get that out of the way. Next thing is I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been in business since, well, 1985, rehabbing houses in the real estate industry. 1993, I had got a real estate license. I was doing a lot in real estate and I had to really get a license. And so I did. And then in 2000, I got my real estate broker's license and started hiring and training other real estate agents. And I've been doing it ever since. So been in business and as licensed with the real estate industry since, well, 1993. So you can figure out how many years that is. Back about that same period of time, I got involved with a printing company and helped them grow. Today, they're very successful. They're in 8 different states. They have 12 different operations, printing 5,000 different products. I've helped them grow, and I own a part of that company, and just a small part, and doing really well with that. So I come with a very extensive background. I've also been involved in many other business opportunities. Doing what I do, you're constantly coming in contact with people every day. And I run across different business opportunities. And I will tell you that I've had many failures, and what I've learned from them is great. I always have the attitude, and I teach this to all of my clients, that don't worry about failing. I mean, yes, we're going to lose some money, right? And that hurts. But let's look at it as a lesson. What did I learn from that failure? What did I do? And let's face it, being in business is fun, and if you can grow a business and you can be successful, great, it's fun. If you fail, hey, look, it was a fun experience. I learned a lot from it, and you move on. And so you're going to have failures, you're going to have successes. So along the way, we learn a lot of different things. We pick up tools and marketing ideas and all these different things that really become a valuable asset to somebody else that I want to help. So if you're looking for somebody that has that kind of a background, then I would certainly enjoy talking to you about your business. Let's just talk a little bit about marketing, because every business needs marketing. I bring to the table some really good experience as far as building marketing systems. I'm a systems person. So when I look at a business, I think, okay, how are we marketing the product? How are we getting our customers? What are we doing for lead generation? What are the best ways to do this? What are the most affordable ways? What are the most effective? And all of these things we look at in terms of 2 things. One is building a marketing system and bringing the right people together that would be qualified to do that. The next thing is sales and building sales funnels, building sales systems. Those are two distinctively, totally different things that you have to think about for your business. Sales over here, marketing over here. And I have a strong background in that. That's something that I enjoy doing. I love doing it. I've been involved in helping people build their websites, talking about design websites, the different features that you want on your website. Maybe there's things that you don't want on your website, so we work with you on that. I also belong to part of what we do with our printing and marketing company is we actually do help people build websites very, very affordably. Legal services. I am not an attorney. I'm not going to give you legal advice that's very, very intense and specific, but because I'm a business person, I've been down that path many, many times. I can give you some good ideas legally that in terms of structuring your business. So we can talk about the legal structure of your business. What would be best for you? An attorney is always going to tell you from a legal aspect, and in some cases self-serving, that it would be a good idea to set up a corporation. That's not always going to be the case. You may be better served at doing what we call a DBA. You may be better off with an LLC. You might be better off with a C corporation. Those are the four things that we're going to look at that we'll talk about is it better to be an LLC, DBA, C corp, or just a regular sub S corporation? So there's some options, but I have some background and I've been involved in all those different elements and how they work and how they structure and how you can change from one to the other. The other thing that I want to talk about is business planning, business strategies. I have a pretty strong background in that. Accounting, bookkeeping, my weakest point. I hate bookkeeping and accounting, but I have found really good people that I've used, that I will continue to use, that I can refer to you, that are excellent with working with small businesses on setting up an accounting package, bookkeeping, and they'll even do check writing for you. Sometimes those are better than the big franchise companies. So lead generation, we could talk about that a little bit. I've got quite a bit of experience on that, and there's some really, really great tools out there that I can introduce you to when that time comes. Communication is a big one. I find that that's probably the biggest problem that small business people have. They're poor communicators, and I drive that home that you need to be communicating with all your people, all your team people. If you bring me in as a consultant, possibly maybe even as part of a business partnership, but being a consultant, maybe being a silent partner, being a consultant, whatever that relationship is, I'm open to it. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in just a second. But communication is going to make you a much better it's going to give you a better chance of being successful, because if you don't communicate with people, people just they get drowned out by a lot of different situations that overwhelm them. They go, this is not for me. You can lose customers that way. And many of my business clients, we had to work on setting up communication channels for their business so that customers, clients could feel more connected to the company, feel more comfortable doing business with you. More trust is built that way. We'll talk about that a lot more at some point. My last topic is franchising. I work with a lot of businesses that have what we call scalability. And scalability is, I want to grow my business. I want to be not just in my community, I want to be in my state. And if it grows beyond that, and I want to be in the adjoining states, and I maybe want to be nationwide, maybe even international. But here's the thing that you got to be thinking about is when you start thinking about those kinds of things, you have two choices, and only two. One is I'm going to own it all myself, and I'm going to build it all myself and call it good. The other option is to franchise. And franchising has been a very, very profitable, successful way to build a business. And I'm going to tell you why. And that is very clearly, when you franchise, you're going to be bringing in a lot more money quicker into your business that you can turn around and reinvest back into your business to grow it, expand it, advertise, promote, market, all of those things. But it also gives you the ability of not having to work quite so hard. If you own it all and build it all, that's wonderful, and you can make all the money, but you're also going to be doing all the work. You're going to be creating a lot of channels that you have to manage. when you're talking state by state by state, you've got channels and channels and channels that you have to manage, which requires man hours. Sometimes that's a lot more payroll than what you were planning on. Franchise will eliminate that because what you're doing is you're delegating to people that are investing in your business and want to own a piece of it. And then they take the channel and run with it, and you just collect the profits. If you get what my drift is, I think that's where I'm leaning. Now, with that being said, there are a lot of companies that can help you franchise, but they want 187,000, 287,000. Some charge $387,000. That's a lot of money. I do have channels that I can put you into that will help you franchise and grow your business as you go. You don't have to be approved in all the different 50 states. You can be approved in 2 or 3 states at a time and just continually grow your business. And getting approved in these states is actually pretty affordable. It's just some filings to get you approved to be able to franchise and sell your franchise in that state. Now, you do have to be approved in all the different states at some point when you grow that level, because every state is different and every state has different filings. But I have experience and I can work with you on that when that day comes. So I'm Dan Cheadle, and I appreciate you taking a look at my video. I'm going to leave this final thought with you, and this is how I do it with all of my clients, because every business is different. Every situation is different. What I do is I sit down with you and I say, do you want me for 1 hour a month? Do you want me for 1 hour a week? Do you want me daily for 30 minutes? You have to figure out what that is that you want, and think of me as being kind of like a partner to you and helping your business. If I don't have any ownership, I'm just going to be along the way guiding you and giving you some really good advice and helping you grow your business. Now, you determine what that is. You determine what you can afford to pay me, because I know that you have a budget, and whether you're losing money or making money, if you need help, you have to figure out how to pay somebody like me. So we sit down and I say, you tell me what you can think, and we'll decide from there. We'll work it out. Everything is custom. Makes it a lot easier that way. I'll talk to you soon.